Today, we're gonna read Junie Jones' Boss of Lunch, Chapter 7, Jobs. Pretty soon, Mr. Gutsman told me all about my jobs. You are going to have 3 fun jobs today, Junie, she said. I think you are going to like all of them. She took me to the long counter where the children pushed their lunch trays. And she showed me where the napkins go. Your first job will be to keep napkins stacked up right there in the countertop. If the napkin piles start to run out, just reach under the counter and get more. Okay? Do you think you can do that for me, Junie? I nodded real fast. Yes, I said. I know I can do that, Mr. Gutsman, 'cause I'm already familiar with napkins. I smiled real proud. I use napkins at my very own house, I said. I use them to wipe my mouth after dinner. Plus, sometimes I use my sleeve. Mr. Gutsman looked funny at me. After that, she handed me a sponge and took me to the counter by the sinks. Okay, your second job will be to keep the big counter wiped off, he said. You don't have to clean any big messes, Junie. Just wipe any little spills or crumbs you see. I grinned real big. Sponges are another job I'm good at, Mr. Gutsman, I said. 'Cause one time in kindergarten, I practiced throwing sponges in my toilet, and I didn't even miss the pot, hardly. Mr. Gutsman's face went kind of pale. Oh, she said. Oh my. After that, her voice sounded a little bit worried. Well, there's just one more job I need to tell you about, she said. Do you see that door over there? That's where children come in the kitchen to get their lunches. Yes, I say. I see it. Well, when you are not busy with your other jobs, I'd like you to be our lunch greeter, she said. Do you know what a greeter is, Junie? A greeter smiles at people and say hello. Do you think you could do that? This time, I didn't answer her right away, because that job made my stomach feel jumpy inside. Yeah, only there's children who I don't even know at this school, Mr. Gutsman, I said, kind of shaky. And some of them are big kids, and big kids are not my favorite size. Mr. Gutsman did a chuckle. Don't worry, Junie. I think you'll find there a lot of very nice big kids at this school, she said. Could you just give it a try, please? I shrugged my shoulder, kind of weakish. I don't know. Maybe I could, I said. Mr. Gutsman gave me a pat. That's the sprint, she said. Now there's just one other thing we need to talk about before you get started. And guess what? She reached under the counter and she gave me another pair of mitts. I couldn't hold my hands for her to say, "But I'm already wearing mitts, Mr. Gutsman. See them? You already gave them to me yesterday." "I know, but these brand new ones, Junie, she said, around here, we change our plastic mitts quite often. That's how we keep from spreading germs. We're constantly washing our hands and changing our mitts." I scratched my head. "No kidding?" I said. "Really? You mean I'm supposed to wash my hands plus wear mitts? My, that's a lot of hygiene, isn't it?" Mr. Gutsman did a teensy frown. Then she took me to the sink, and she washed my hands real good. After they were dry, she put the new mitts on me. "Whoa, these are cleanest hands I ever saw," I said. After that, I skipped back to the counter, and I began stacking napkins. Pretty soon, the kitchen started getting smells in it. I sniffed the air. The smells were not delicious. "Phew," I said, kind of quiet. Mr. Gutsman looked over at me. I held my nose. "I smell stinkle," I said. Mr. Gutsman did not look happy. "Hold your nose in sanitary, Junie. Now you have to change your mitts again." I kept on holding my nose. "Yes, but if I let go my nose, the stinkle will get in my nostrils," I explained. "And the smell is not delightful." Mr. Gutsman looked annoyed at me. "What are you smelling as our lunch today, Junie?" she said. "We are baking tuna noodle casserole. We are going to be serving with carrots and peas." I made a sick face. "Bluck," I said. "I hate peas. It's a good thing I brought my lunch today, right, Mr. Gutsman? At least not I will get a decent meal." Mr. Gutsman still looked grumpy. She came over and changed my mitts. After that, I stacked more napkins. Then I tried to just breathe through my mouth. The chapter 7 is done, and see you guys later. Bye!